Welcome to Uncle's Channel. Thanks for watching today. And the Switch 2 pre-orders are officially going live tomorrow night, depending on your time zone, possibly as early as 9 p.m. Really just for the Pacific time zone. If you're Eastern time zone, it's going to be midnight is the earliest that you're going to be able to get it. But there are several stores that are doing midnight releases. Some stores are doing the releases on 11 o'clock or opening time for their stores the next day. Some stores are doing in person, some are doing only online. And of course, there's Nintendo doing its own little oddball thing here. But we're going to go through all of the pre-orders for the United States here as far as like what time the pre-orders are going to go live, and then also when you might be able to get it on June 5th itself, because some retailers are doing different time periods as far as like when the actual release is. So let's just go through all of them together and figure out where the best place for you to pre-order the Switch 2 tomorrow night is going to be. Now let's start off with Best Buy. Now Best Buy has been my go-to pretty much for all my pre-orders of games and consoles and pretty much everything. But Best Buy, they're doing a pre-orders on April 24th at 12 a.m. Eastern time. So it'd be 11 o'clock Central time, 10 o'clock Mountain time, and then 9 o'clock Pacific time, depending on your time zone there. And they also announced that on June 5th, they're going to be doing a midnight launch for your Switch. So if you want it at the absolute earliest time possible, Best Buy is going to be your best bet when it comes to actually picking it up at midnight on launch day. So Best Buy, I think, is probably the best place to go with. However, let's talk about Target. Target is going to be doing the exact same pre-order launch time for tomorrow night at 12 o'clock Eastern time. However, when it comes to actually picking it up on release day of June 5th, they've not done any announcements for that, so it may just simply be picking up in store when stores open at 10 a.m. I don't think they're going to be doing a midnight launch. That's not usually a Target's scene there. And if you do have shipping, I presume it would come on the actual day. But none of that's been actually announced from Target. So Target, I would say, is maybe a second tier as far as like go-to for the pre-orders. Next up, we have Gamestop. Now, Gamestop is not going to be doing the midnight pre-order launch like everybody else. They're going to be doing the 11 a.m. Eastern time, and you can do it in store at Gamestop itself, or you can simply go on their website and do it there. So if you're not really don't want to fight the scalpers when it comes to all the online sales, you can go to the actual store nearby you. However, I don't know exactly how many they're going to get per store, and so you're taking a chance on that. So maybe if you didn't get like a midnight launch for like Target or a Best Buy or coming up on Walmart here, GameStop might be your secondary option, but I probably wouldn't make it my first option there. And they're also going to be doing like a midnight launch on June 5th, very similar to Best Buy. But now let's talk about Walmart. They're going to be going back to the midnight pre-order launch on the 24th. However, if you go through Walmart, you're not going to actually be able to pick it up from the store itself on the launch day. They're simply going to be promising that you get it by 8 a.m. Through shipping on launch day of June the 5th. And so you're going to be getting it 8 hours later than if you simply go through like a launch party of like GameStop or Best Buy, but you're still going to be getting it very, very early on June 5th. And then there's Amazon, and Amazon has not put up a Switch 2 page at all. And so as far as like doing pre-orders, I don't think they are doing pre-orders. They probably will eventually sell the console itself, but I would not depend on Amazon in any form or fashion to get your pre-orders in. And then let's talk about the most cumbersome way possible to do it. It's going to be like a last resort. If you do not get your pre-order in through any of the other sites and you're just simply really still hoping to get one, there is the My Nintendo store itself, and you can register your interest on their official website. And when you do that, they're not going to actually give you an opportunity to even buy a Switch 2 or go for the pre-order until May the 8th. And so if you do not get it through any of the other sites, this is like your last resort. But there are like very, very specific guidelines you have to have here. It's 12 months of paid membership, total of 50 hours of gameplay time. There's also something to do with like opting into all of like their mailing list and things like that. And so this is the most cumbersome way to do it, but it's sort of like your last resort way to get it. And also you have to be pretty much a hardcore Nintendo fan to even qualify. And so, I don't know, it's a really weird thing Nintendo themselves are doing. But at the same time, I feel like it's like a last resort before going to scalpers. And so, props to Nintendo for trying to, prevent the scalping from happening. But we all do know scalping is going to happen for this particular system. But make sure you do not give in to the scalpers, because Nintendo has slowly been basically resupplying the pre-orders over in UK and other countries. And so, it's not simply going to be a one-time pre-order. It's done. They're going to be continually getting more products in before the actual launch date. And so, do not lose all faith. If you not get on the first pre-order, there will be more opportunities almost certainly around the horizon. But as I said, my first bet, Best Buy, then Target, then probably Walmart, then go for GameStop, then for last resort, My Nintendo store. But those are all the sites that are currently offering pre-orders for the system. Perhaps more will come out in the near future. But at the moment, though, that's what's happening tomorrow night. So make sure you set your alarms, have yourself ready, have multiple computers set up if you need to get those Switch pre-orders in. But if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Best of luck tomorrow night getting your pre-orders, and go out there, find a great game to play. Simply have a great rest of the day.